Hi everyone, I'm Catholic artist John McCoy. You're watching the traditional painting process behind Under St. John Bosco's Mentorship. This is a commissioned illustration. And on a side note, if you'd like to watch the digital painting process behind this work, I have already published a video on my YouTube channel where you can view that. You may want to pause this video and go to that one and check that out first because that would be in order. So this piece is about the formative relationship between St. John Bosco and St. Dominic Savio. St. Dominic Savio passed away when he was 14 years old due to illness, but he lived a holier life than some people who live to 80. What made him so holy was him listening to God's call in his heart and sticking to it. And even when it was caused suffering in his life, and he just listened. He just had that integrity to follow in the moment. It's very simple. There's a simple path to holiness. In this piece, there's two desks, one empty, one full. Symbolizes the potential for a life not of holiness and the actual life of holiness. Also, the figure of St. John Bosco is in front of a dark background, whereas St. Dominic Savio, is in front of a light background. And that's really not symbolic of one being particularly light or one being particularly spiritually dark. It's actually just symbolic of a transition phase. You'll notice St. Dominic Savio's head is above both the dark and the light, which is symbolic of transitioning to a higher place of holiness and toward the priesthood, which is what his calling was. And he's writing, and writing really is a symbol for commitment. It's a symbol for writing your life. You're holding a pen and you're writing, you're dictating by your free will and your choice what you're going to do with your life. Your life is a book. And that's the symbol that's happening here. Also, the light coming in through the window and illuminating. That is one of the biggest symbols in this piece, and it's symbolic of spiritual, mental illumination, both just illuminating the human person. And that process happens in his life, in St. Dominic Savio's life, in his schooling at the Salesian school, founded by St. John Bosco. It's that illumination that is metaphorically ties in with any walk of Christian faith and growing in faith. Illuminate. You're growing toward the light. Jesus is the light, and you're going toward it in every sense. And every action in your life, including schooling, can be a manifestation of that journey toward the light. The piece has a lot of green here too. Nature, the trees, leaves and stuff like that. I wanted a summery spring type scene because it's symbolic of St. Dominic Savio's youth. And then St. John Bosco holds a white rosary. He was very committed to the Blessed Virgin Mary and her power to help people become saints. And with one hand on St. Dominic Savio's shoulder and one hand holding the rosary, that's his source. He's going to be helping St. Dominic Savio. And what is his source of help? Mary. The rosary has always been symbolic of Mary. So that's what that is in there. And then there's also a crucifix in the back, very symbolic of the fact that Jesus is the ultimate source of life. And so just that's the way I like to do my paintings. I like to have so many symbols floating around a theme and adhering to it, bolstering it, helping to bring it into life. A subtle smile on his face of appreciation for this amazing young man that has the capability of sainthood, and he becomes a saint. But just appreciating, like that's a rare thing. When somebody sticks to their guns and it has integrity, that's a very rare thing. And so that's very cool. And I myself, as an artist, I want to do that with my art. My art is the manifestation of God's will in my life. That's me committing to that with my free will, like the pen writing down your life story. You have free will. What are you going to do with it? You're going to follow God. I'm going to follow God. And that's all communicated in this piece. The piece is 20 by 24 inches. It was very spiritually powerful to create this piece. And I believe that through watching it, you will have access to a little bit of that by seeing me create this piece from start to finish. Again, if you want to see the digital painting process, which is the very beginning, you can see that in a video, and I'll probably attach that to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more content from me. I'm always creating new videos. And I hope this video and my presence and all of this just helps you to grow in your spiritual life and to grow closer to the light that is God. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.